Mannheim, Germany, 1888. Engineer Karl Benz decided to invent the horseless carriage when he was just 15. 20 years later, he's still working on it.
I think there's no question that Karl Benz was a genius, almost obsessed. He was determined that he was going to be the person that was going to crack the horseless carriage.
His latest prototype has a one-cylinder internal combustion engine and a single forward gear. Karl calls it the Patent-Motorwagen, but the outside world knows nothing about it.
The problem with Karl was he was an absolutely hopeless businessman, so he had no idea as to how he could go about and commercialize his invention.
Karl's wife, Bertha, is determined that his ideas reach the public. Their great-granddaughter, Bertha Benz, knows the story well.
I must tell you the role of my great-grandmother. She always was pushing him, and that he had to do this invention and he had to exercise this invention.
And Bertha offers more than moral support. She stakes her fortune on Karl.
She saw something in Karl that was special and exciting and different. So she actually used her money back in the 1880s to back him.
Bertha Benz was an amazing woman, my kind of woman.
She was a daredevil, a risk taker, someone who I think also gets excited about new things.
But Karl and Bertha face some big obstacles. Germany's Kaiser loves horses. He says the idea of replacing them with a machine is not only foolish, it's unpatriotic. And that's not all.
You also had the church, who had decreed and were very conservative in those days. You know, the horseless carriage was actually the work of the devil. So you can imagine that this was not a good environment to be the person inventing the horseless carriage.
Up against such opposition, Karl stays in his workshop, too timid to unveil his latest invention.
He wasn't confident enough to actually go out and try this thing and believe in himself.
But Bertha believes and takes action without telling him.
Bertha gets up, she gets the car, and she doesn't just go out around the courtyard. She goes on a 65-mile journey. All the more incredible if you remember there's no roads, there's no petrol stations, no garages. There's this one woman in this open-top carriage going on the adventure of a lifetime.
This is a world where most travel is on foot, on bike, or by horse. But Bertha has a vision. That the car, her husband's car, and not the horse, is how we will all travel in the future.